In this video, we are going to talk about the most expensive wines in Italy. So before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. The most expensive wines in Italy, whose prices have been steadily rising over time. What exactly is it? Is it a one-of-a-kind product that will surprise affluent visitors or a decent long-term investment? Each buyer of such wine can have his or her own reason for doing so. Even if some bottles cost more than $200,000 a bottle, two things remain constant: bottles of extremely expensive wine and people willing to purchase them. Every time you take a drink of wine, there's something about it that makes it feel like a royal experience. It appears in all ancient books, and its allure is so high that many religions discourage people from drinking wine. Today, Italy's vines are regarded as more than cultural heritage. Here's a list of 10 bottles of wine that were so pricey that they were the stuff of dreams when they were sold. It's a well-known fact that good wine improves with age. It develops a distinctive rich flavor that is highly regarded by true connoisseurs of high-end beverages. Old and luxurious wine, on the other hand, is a luxury not just for gourmets. Older wines improve with age and become more costly as a result, attracting buyers from all over the world. Investing in fine wines is a tried-and-true method of making a profit. Also, through economic downturns, collectible, pricey wines maintain their value. Here's a list of the most expensive wines in Italy. Let's start. Number 10. 1811 CHATEAU D'YQUEM -$117,000. The bottle, which holds the Guinness World Record for being the most expensive bottle of white wine ever sold, was sold for $117,000 by the antique wine company to Christian Vanek, a renowned wine connoisseur. He wants to place it on display at Sip Sunset Grill in Bali, Indonesia, to celebrate his 50 years as a wine taster. The explanation for this bottle's high price is that the 1811 harvest at Chateau D'Yquem was so strong that many people considered it to be the best white wine ever produced. Number 9. Romanée-Conti 1945 -$123,900. The fabled Romanée-Conti vines were devastated by phylloxera, a pest of commercial vineyards, shortly after World War II ended. Just 600 bottles were produced after the victory and just before the outbreak in 1946, before the vineyards were able to release wine again in 1952. Although a bottle sells for an average of $7,600, the one owned by DRC owner Aubert de Villain and donated to Christie's in Geneva in 2007 sold for $123,900. Number 8. Cheval Blanc ST-EMILION 1947 -$135,125. The Cheval Blanc ST-EMILION 1947 is a wine legend, made up of half Cabernet Franc and half Merlot. What is the reason for this? Since it triumphantly defies modern enology's rules. It's rich and porty, with a high alcohol content and volatile acidity. Anything that a good Bordeaux should not be. The texture and flavor of the Cheval Blanc ST-EMILION 1947, described by those who have sampled it as luscious and voluptuous, is irresistible. What makes it even more unique is that no other modern winemaker has the courage to create a wine in this style. In addition, 1947 was a watershed moment in wine history. In reality, it's just too hot. So much so that the grapes had a high sugar content. It was a time before temperature control could be achieved mechanically, and most chateaux were unable to control the fermentation process. But in a way, it was a positive thing because the wine didn't completely dry out. It's the residual sugar that gives it its distinct porty flavor and unique charm. Number 7. HENRI JEROBAAM VOSNE-ROMANÉE CROS PARANTOUX 1999 $136,955. The VOSNE-ROMANÉE CROS PARANTOUX 1999, produced in the heart of France's Burgundy wine region, costs $136,995. In the fall of 2018, it sat at the top of Christie's wine sale in Hong Kong. It's difficult to say if Henri Jayeur's worldwide fame has lifted this Cross Parantoux to its current coveted status or if it's the Vosne flavor Romanée's timeless beauty that is responsible for Jayeur's wine world stature. But one thing is certain. Each drop of this rich, dense, and potent liquid needs to be enjoyed before it is savored. There are traces of ripe red fruits, minerals, and spices in the fragrance. It's matured, structured, and clean on the palate, with a long fruit finish and silky tannins. Number 6. 1990 Domaine Leroy MUSIGNY Grand Cru -$224,000. If there was ever a time when you could taste magic in a glass, it would be the Domaine Leroy Musigny Grand Cru from 1990. It's a fantastic wine, with an estimated price of $224,000 per bottle. That, however, is an underestimate. What Michel Bétain, a leading French wine critic, had to say about it is what determines its allure. The Domaine Leroy 1990 is a timely reminder of the distinction between good and great wine. Musigny is known for being elegant and feminine. This vintage wine, on the other hand, has given the lady some muscle and added dimension and structure, making it last longer and be all the more unique. The fruit is of unrivaled and extra fine quality, and the cultivation follows strict biodynamic parameters, resulting in an exceptionally low yield. And it is the wine's rare statuesque focus, simplicity, and layered subtlety that distinguishes it as truly unique. Number 5. Shipwrecked 1907 HEIDSIECK -$275,000. It seems to be an almost unfathomable price for a wine that no one was sure was even drinkable. When the wine was initially intended only for Russia's last Tsar, Nicholas II, you get a bottle that costs $275,000 per bottle. The wine was believed to be lost when the ship carrying it sank in 1916, before the wreckage was found in 1997. Though 2,000 bottles of this wine were found, the history behind the bottles is what drives up the price. The ship was torpedoed by a German submarine during World War I. This wine had been kept at freezing temperatures for 80 years, unopened and away from any source of light. On the nose, Chris Hole found gunflint, black rifle powder, and something salty, and on the palate, graham cracker, flamed oranges, and burnt lemon oil, among other stuff. Number 4. 1947 Cheval Blanc -$304,375. The 1947 Chateau Cheval Blanc, which sold for $304,375 at Christie's to an anonymous bidder, is widely regarded as the best Bordeaux ever made. It does, however, have a very amusing incident to back up its stellar reputation. Because of the bad weather in the year of its birth, it had to be made in very primitive conditions with many technological defects, giving it a taste that could never be duplicated. Number 3. Jeroboam of Chateau Mouton-Rothschild 1945 -$310,700. It's no wonder that this is a creation of the world's wealthiest family. These wines, which come from the vineyards of Nathaniel Rothschild, who purchased the estate in 1853, are now among the most valuable in the world. The V on the 1945 mark denotes the triumph of the Allied powers in World War II, and this vintage is widely regarded as one of the finest of the 20th century. A regular 750 ml bottle costs $310,700, but a glass of this will set you back $8,631. On the nose, it has mint, dry green moss, vanilla, and dry pine needles. On the palate, it has dry soil, raspberry, and sweet dried cherries. Number 2. Screaming Eagle Cabernet Sauvignon 1992 -$500,000. Americans are known for getting the best offers. The most expensive bottle of wine ever sold was produced not in Italy or France, but in America, specifically, Oakville, California. The wine has gained cult status as a result of its scarcity and limited production quantities. In 2000, a bottle of Screaming Eagle Cabernet Sauvignon 1992, described as spectacular, fetched an incredible $500,000 at a charity auction. This wine is aged in 60% fresh oak and is opaque purple in color. It is unfiltered and unfined during bottling. It smells like jammy blackcurrants and has a hint of wood. Number 1. 1945 Domaine de LA-Romanée-Conti, Romanée-Conti Grand Cru -$558,000. An Asian collector paid $558,000 for the 1945 Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, Romanée-Conti Grand Cru at a Sotheby's auction in New York in 2018. Jaws fell and eyes popped. However, the world record for the most money charged for a 750 ml bottle of Burgundy was also broken. Not only that, but it also became the world's most expensive bottle of wine. It is, after all, a vintage unicorn wine from a legendary vineyard. The 4.5-acre Romanée-Conti vineyard produces 7 legendary red and white wines that are the pinnacle of Burgundy quality. As a result, the wines were extremely concentrated. Then there was the hail and frost, which limited production. There were only 600 bottles made. The majority of them are no longer with us. Long, complex aromas, layers of earth and spice flavors that begged to be savored in every drop, and a silky feel packed into the bottle made it well worth more than $500,000. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.